I'm Dale Loren.
And I'm Damien.
I'm a mother, wife, and indie gospel recording artist.
I'm a father, husband, and I'm in car sales.
But we make time to DIY together to the rhythm of life on Rhythm and Renovations. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rhythm and Renovations. Today we're going to talk about working on our hardwood floors. So that was also a labor of love, like we always say. But I did most of the labor.
Don't listen to him. I got the scars to prove it.
Don't listen to him. Yes, because I had the idea of
carpal tunnel.
I don't like carpet. So eventually we're going to be replacing the carpet upstairs as well. I had to talk him into that. Like I have to talk him into everything. But here we decided to pull up the carpet we had carpet in our family room, our living room, sunroom, and so dining room as well, which is a weird place to have carpet. And then we had hardwood, the oak that we mentioned,
white oak here
in the entryway and in the kitchen. And so we wanted it all to be uniform and to be all the same, even deciding to put it in the kitchen and in the bathroom. And because we were putting it in the kitchen and the bathroom, we decided to do engineered hardwoods because they're better for like water spills and stuff like that. Yeah. We could talk about that maybe later, but we did have a spill and we were able to fix it.
Yep, very easily. I just had to pull up the messed up pieces and put some new ones down.
But me being me, I didn't want to just do regular, let's lay down the floors. I wanted to do something special. And so I said, let's do diagonal.
Yay.
All from good old YouTube. Because I saw somebody on YouTube do it, and they did it, and it looked great. And so
professionals.
They were not professionals. No.
Okay.
They be making stuff up. But anyways, they were not professionals. That's why I said I see people on these DIY shows that are regular people that actually do this stuff, and they do it and do a good job. So why can't we do it?
We can do it, but it was not easy.
It wasn't hard either, so don't listen to him.
It was not.
So what we did was decide to do it on diagonal, and to make it even more special, we put a border around it. The people on the video did a border as well, and again, theirs looked much easier. Yeah. What made it hard for us was not the laying down the floors, but just the cuts.
Lots and lots of cuts.
And so what happened was we started in the kitchen, and we started at an angle. I think we started about 45-degree angle.
45 degrees.
And then worked our way out throughout the rest of the house. And we laid all the boards so that they kind of weren't even or flush with the walls, because my husband was going to come through and make a straight line cut. So we can fit about, how wide are these boards? I think they're 5 or 6 inches wide.
Something like that.
I don't
6
know.
inches, I think.
We made like a 2-board width for the border. Yeah. And so that was where the trouble was the cuts.
Yeah. And what most people do when they do diagonal, when they go from one room to another, they turn it. But ours is the same way all the way from the kitchen, all the way through the entire first floor. They all flow the same way. So getting it from one end of one room that stretches all the way across into another room, and then starting from that room, going to a corner. I mean, this is a lot of laying down wood and just to fit it all together. So I did about 80% of the work. Don't listen to him. He'd be lying. I did 80% of the work, and I laid the floors. And my husband then did like the cuts when we got to like the walls and stuff like that to make sure everything fit. Yeah. But one thing, again, we found out is that 45 degrees is not 100% the same when your house is not exactly plumb. And so when you think you cut at 45 degrees, things might be at 46 or 47 or
what
40.
What does that mean though? Just 44. Because it's a different angle. I don't
So
understand.
Different cuts. So you think you cut something one way and it's not the right way or it doesn't fit flush against the wall the way it needs to. So a lot of moldings to help cover up stuff. And
then what I was saying about cuts was not that. What I was saying about cuts was my husband can't cut a straight line to save his life. And so
I can cut reps pretty straight.
He had the thing he was going.
Okay, so
so we had to do a lot of we filled stuff with wood putty and caulk to kind of make up for the parts where it wasn't quite straight.
I drew a straight line.
But when you cut
I had even a straight edge, but I was using a handheld saw, circular saw, but you think you're going straight, and you go back and look, and there's a slight. Anytime your hand just moves slightly, it wasn't that bad. But it's just not 100% straight as much as I wanted it to be. The other thing is, like I said, when you going around corners and things where wood is straight and the corner's not straight, and having to.
And what do you mean by the corner is not straight? You mean the wall is not straight?
Well, because the wall isn't straight, so
Okay.
the corner is not straight. And so, again, angles that you measure or you think you're cutting at, the wall isn't really that measurement because the wall itself isn't straight.
Well, anyway, so we learned a lot, but I like what we came up with and what we got out of it. I even like the borders and stuff like that because to me it makes it unique and makes it special. And when people come into our house, they're always like, "Oh, like your floors." And also when we were laying it down, I wanted to make sure that I used different boards, like I mixed them up so that we could have variety
and variation in the colors and then in the wood grain. But we also did it was floating.
That's true. Yeah.
So
what's the difference?
So floating is that where the wood does not actually get nailed into the floor itself. It floats right above, and so we didn't have to screw anything actually down into the floorboards.
That is good for when you have an uneven floor.
Floors and things like that, which we found out our house has a slight dip to it from one side of the house to the other. It actually is not level 100% across. Anyway, just a lot of effort cutting out holes and things for all the registers for the air conditioning and heater and things like that.
That's too much detail, baby.
Okay.
When I was looking to put down the floors, one of the things I did was actually look to the professionals first before we ever did a DIY. And so when I reached out to professionals, I said, how much would it be, for our first floor is about a little less than 1,500 square feet. So I said, how much would it be for about 1,500 square feet to lay down the floors? And they said about $6,000. And I was like, yeah. And that was just for their services. I don't think that even included the actual buying of the wood. And then
when we told them we wanted on a diagonal.
Yeah, then I said, well, how much would it be to do a diagonal? And they were like, that makes it even way more. So probably it would have been about $10,000 to lay down the floors and do them at a diagonal. We really don't have an actual price because, again, the quotes that we got were for random. Just regular laying down the floor, whatever. But we spent about $3,500, and most of that was the cost of the wood.
The cost of the wood and the
underlayment. The underlayment wasn't that expensive though, and so we didn't do like my husband said, any glue, because glue, if you glue down the floors, that's more expensive. We also didn't do nails because, again, that's more expensive, but just the floating kind of click lock is what we have. That is the cheapest version. And so we were able to do the click lock and save a lot of money. And then doing it ourselves, the labor part, we definitely saved $6,000.
Other than buying me a new handsaw.
Which didn't keep him straight. But anyways, that's my biggest thing. It was like, baby, why are these not straight?
Caulk can fix it.
And that's what he thinks. He thinks caulk fixes everything.
It doesn't, but we tried. Anyway.
So with the hardwoods, one of the things that I valued about the hardwoods versus the carpet is that they're durable. And whether it's engineered hardwoods or just plain old regular hardwoods that you get from, classical design, it's durable. And that's like our marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. What makes it last, I guess, is that, like, for us anyway, because we have 5 kids. 4 boys and 1 girl. And even though we have 5 kids, they can run around in here, they can do all the stuff, they can make dents in the floor, and it's okay.
We can live life.
Yeah, it still allows us to live life and still have a quality product. And so for our marriage as well, like, there's dents, there's dings, things happen, but it still looks good. I think it still looks good.
You still look good. I look good. You look good.
We all look good.
Yeah, we look good.
So that's it. I think that's it. We can keep it short and keep it simple.
But we just say that, that God makes our relationship durable.
Oh, that's true. We got to say that.
Because he's our rock. He's a rock that everything is built upon. And so he's durable, which makes us durable. And so we're solid.
Oh, okay. Now you want to start?
Solid as a rock.
We already did this song.
That's what this love is. That's what we've got. Hey, make sure you guys tune in, subscribe,
Like,
and
share. There we go.
And we'll see you on the next time. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all.
24/7 shine. 20